Hello, welcome back to Game On, where we use sports and athletics to talk about concepts related to mental health. So today we're going to talk about umpires. So let's pretend for a second you're my man John Lester or Kyle Hendricks. Obviously you can see a thorough and devoted Cubs fan. So say we're on the mound, and I think we all can agree that to a certain degree being a pitcher is a little bit of a head game. So I'm not going to name names, but you might have one in mind of certain umpires who are just not calling a good game. And so I really have more than one way to go about dealing with that. So I think it's a borderline pitch. I think it's a strike, but it's not being called a strike. Or I think the advantage is given to the batter or the other pitcher. So my approach to the at-bat and to the game could be, well, this ump is out to get me, or I'm not going to get the next pitch. This pitch is an indication of how I'm going to pitch today. And those are all traps. They may be true, they may not be true, but we certainly have no evidence to support that. So one simple concept, which many of you may be familiar with, is the idea of compartmentalization. So trying to avoid an all or nothing approach. So this pitch did not go as I planned. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. It's not a bigger indication or less of an indication of what's going to happen, and then move on to the next pitch. Now, I might want to adapt if I realize the trend of how this umpire is calling, but focus more on what's in my control, and then keep each pitch, each batter, its own little compartment, its own little challenge, as opposed to like this moment is an indication of something larger. And to apply that to all of us, it happens all the time. If, say, this morning on my way to work, I spilled coffee on myself, and it has happened, or I left the coffee on top of my car and drove away, and I tell myself, oh, this day is done, this is going to be a bad day. There's many different ways to spin how that's not helpful and negative, but if I'm able to compartmentalize and break it down as, well, this wasn't good, I can acknowledge that, but that doesn't mean that the next moment is not going to be good, and the rest of the day and the rest of the week, it's not bigger and it's not less than what it actually is. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.